So at the Wilton Centre this morning, we're opening the Novel Food Innovation Centre, the first UK's capability to produce food-grade material from fermentation at lab scale. We will be using the capabilities that we have created to develop and test new processes and technologies for novel proteins and novel foods.
Being able to produce food at scale, either plant-based foods or mammalian cells and other sustainable foods without having to rear animals. That means it could be better for the environment, it could be more affordable, more sustainable, and hopefully more cost-effective. With all of that's happening right here in CPI, using the fantastic technology we've been able to fund, but more importantly, the skills and the people that are based right here in Teesside at CPI, who have an absolutely world-leading reputation for developing this type of product.
A lot of people will have heard of things like cultured meats, which are growing the animal without the animal. The Novel Food Centre will have those capabilities at lab scale.
We're going to be at the leading edge of being able to develop new foodstuffs. What people might be aware of is the Impossible Burger. I would say instead of the Impossible Burger, we could have the pioneering plant milk.
Teesside is the home of Quor. We have that skill base, knowledge, those assets in Teesside, and we're continuing that heritage here, building on top of the already existing £30 million infrastructure to do some specific investments in food-grade infrastructure.
We have the technology here, we have the people, we have the expertise, we've had it for a long, long time. And this is just another string to our bow. You know, we are not a one-trick pony. We are a life sciences powerhouse here in Teesside. It's not just me saying it, we've got the businesses, we've got the organisations and the technologies that can prove that. And that ultimately means hopefully more investment into the region. And from my point of view, it should lead to more jobs.
It was through that unique investment from Tees Valley that we were able to actually modify the laboratories and buy the equipment that was necessary to facilitate the food standard establishment.
Well, I'm pleased to be able to play a small role in this and being able to provide funding for this project, and it's gone towards some really innovative technology that allows a single scientist and individual to be able to produce a culture, test that culture that could take them a few months to do. Actually, they can do up to 24 batches that can all be processed within a 48-hour period. It allows for the scale up of multiple technologies. It allows for the testing as well. So when you're doing this type of work, you need to be able to control the variables, and you ultimately need to be able to repeat that process. That's what this is about, having a repeatable process that can be audited so that when it is rolled out, it's done to the highest standards, it's repeatable, and it's safe for everybody. We can compete with the likes of the Golden Triangle in Cambridge, and why shouldn't we, right? Because we've done it before, we can do it again. There is life outside of the Golden Triangle, and actually there are centres like in Teesside, like here at the Wilton Centre with CPI and with others, who can deliver world-leading research and technology development. To be frank, this isn't new to us. We've been doing this for decades and decades. There is no reason we can't do it again. I've always been an optimist in human ingenuity, the human ideal of people being able to create new technologies that we couldn't have dreamt of 5, 10, 100 years ago. It's about having that technology to say, actually, how do we produce food in a much more sustainable way? How do we stop the intense farming of things like chickens and cattle that contribute significantly to climate change? Actually, what we're saying here is use that ingenuity to produce sustainable food, but allow people to continue to have the lifestyle that they want and the freedom to choose how they consume food, but do it in a sustainable way.